What's good with you people? LordTool in the motherfucking house like a boss with some search and destroy on hijack. And we fucking beasted these bitches, man. I think the game lasted like 4.5 minutes. They didn't have a motherfucking chance. And that's just the way it is when you play with me in search and destroy. Anyways, I went to my daughter's graduation today. And no, not high school graduation. She's only 4 years old. She'll be 5 in June. It's pre-K, and pre-K is pre-kindergarten, and like I said, it's 4 and 5-year-olds. And at first, you know, you might, at face value, you might think it's really not a big deal, but it is when it comes to shaping children, right? Because see, the way I look at it is like this. Alright, you give them a sense of accomplishment and achievement at an early age, it'll help shape them through their adolescent years in school and help them reach their goals better, because it's pretty simple logic. What it is let's make an example for Christians, right? You want your children to grow up Christian, what do? Obviously, you raise them with the idea that Jesus is the Son of God and their Savior, and they go through their whole entire life thinking that, and they keep a moral value inside themselves that Jesus died for their sins so that they can, you know, live a prosperous life and die and go to heaven, right? Well, the same thing with education. You teach them that if they do good in school and they do what they're supposed to and listen to their teachers, that they eventually will graduate and people will recognize them and give them gifts and give them attention and tell them how great they are, and they have a sense of achievement. It's good, especially at this younger age, because I don't think, I'd have to ask my mom, I don't think I had a pre-K graduation. Maybe a kindergarten, but not a pre-kindergarten graduation. So it's really giving them a real good sense of achievement at a very young age. And it got me to thinking a little bit. What is the furthest memory I can have in my mind? How far back can I go? And it's kind of funny, because the first memory I have in my mind is actually when I got in trouble when I was like 5 years old. Might have been 6. It was 5 or 6, and it was in Meridian, Mississippi. And what I did was I ran away from home, and I don't remember why I ran away, but I know I was missing. The police were called, and I was hiding in the barn by our house behind like some sheet metal or pieces of plywood, some big pieces of wood leaning up against the wall. You can kind of get underneath it if you're a little kid. You know what I'm talking about. Anyways, and my brother Scott was actually the one to find me. He peeked back there and he looked at me and he was like, "Brad, what are you doing? You're in so much trouble." I'm like, "Shh, don't tell me, man, don't tell me." And then next thing I know, he's like, "Hey, here's Brad right here." And I mean, they had actually the sheriff there. It was just a big deal. They thought I was dead. And, you know, looking back now, it was really stupid of me. But I was only 5 years old. I mean, if my daughter did that, I'd fucking panic. And he did the right thing, of course. But at the time, I thought it was the most terrible thing. So, and I got an ass whooping. I remember that too. My dad whooped my ass after the police left. But anyways, people, can you hit me up in the comments section and let me know what your furthest memory is? I just like to know how far back people can go. I heard some people can go to 2 years old. Alright, people, LordTool out this bitch like a motherfucking boss. Holla at your boy.